Okay. Now we'll start with the circulatory system. So,
Ma'am, before that, could you just clear a few topics for me?
okay, tell me.
Uh, can you please wait a sec?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am, please wait. Yes, ma'am, can you explain platelets and thrombosis?
Platelets. Where I have done. Okay. I'll change the view where to switch back to. Now it is visible more, right? Or switch it to this way. This is more visible. Okay. Now this thrombocytes are platelets and they are very small and they are round or oval in shape and they are non-nucleated. That means they don't have nucleus and they came from the megakaryocytes. Okay, and their lifespan is about this thing.
Plate, and that's just another name for platelets.
Yes, thrombocytes are other name for platelets. Now these platelets, right? They contain thrombokinase. It's an enzyme. Okay, understood, Safiya?
Yes, ma'am.
So this thrombokinase, what it will do, it will help in the clotting of blood. How it will help? This is also called factor X and all those names you can see in the screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So so this plasma, right? It contains calcium ion and prothrombus. Okay, prothrombin. Okay, so this prothrombin is in a inactive stage. Okay, so this platelets which is having factor S, that is thrombokinase. What it will do? It will activate this thrombin and it will make it will form thrombin. Okay, so calcium ion plus this thrombokinase, where is it from? It is from platelets. Okay, so this will form thrombin. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the work of platelets, providing enzyme which will activate the inactive form of thrombin.
Yeah, what's thrombin?
And thrombin is an enzyme. It's in inactive state, which will help. Yes, it's a protein. Sorry, it's a protein which will help. Which will combine with soluble fibrinogen and this thrombin. It will be in presence of the calcium ion. It will get converted into fibrinogen. So actually, in the plasma only this thing is happening, right? This. Uh, this fibrinogen is getting converted into fibrin. Okay, fibrin. So this is the this will only form the thread like structures which helps in the clotting of blood. Understood,
Yeah,
Sapya?
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so plasma contains three substances.
Yes.
Uh,
There are many other substances too, but main for the clotting of blood, these three are needed. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, then we'll start. Any other doubts?
Yeah, ma'am, the last question on yesterday's assignment, it was give the technical term for the cloth that breaks and travels around the body.
Yeah, I have already told you, right? Embolus while taking the class.
Yes, ma'am, I think I was late that day.
Okay. Any other doubts?
Yeah, no, ma'am.
Okay. Then we'll go heart. Shazan,
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you have any doubt?
Mm, An assignment for the blood group one.
Yes.
No, ma'am. I think I've submitted that assignment. I don't remember. Wait, let me
Okay.
check.
Okay.
Hmm. I think I submitted. Yeah, ma'am. It
Okay.
was CIS. Wait. Let me check the assignment. I forgot. Actually, on the page I don't write that it's this assignment or that assignment. That's why I forgot.
It's okay. So now we'll start with the our circulatory system, the main thing, right?
Yes, ma'am, I have submitted the one. There were 7 questions. Yeah.
Ah, that's great. That's great. Then we'll start. Okay.
Ma'am, wait, I missed one question over there. Can you explain that one? Wait, I'll tell you this question.
In which one?
Ma'am, A2, and I didn't do the 7th one.
A2 and seventh one.
Yes, ma'am.
What was the question? A2, seventh. Yeah, I have told, right? Embolus in the class itself. I have told the same about Safiya had. Okay. So the term is embolus. Okay. Got it? Shazan here.
Yes, ma'am.
Embolus. Okay. This is the term. Now, where was we? Yes, circulation. This pumping action. Okay. So we have closed circulatory system, right? What about fishes? Fish are fishes, right? Tell me. They too have closed circulatory system. Amphibians, reptiles, they too have closed circulatory system. Okay. So in fishes have two-chambered heart. Okay, two-chambered heart. And what are those? One is atrium. The other one is ventricle. Atrium, you can also call it as auricle also. Okay. So this atrium, you have to remember this. It's receiving chamber, blood receiving chamber, and this ventricle is pumping chamber. Okay, now how will you remember this? You can say atrium is receiving chamber, ventricle is pumping chamber. Okay, understood? Now we learn by the block diagram. It is very easy, convenient. So first we have gills. Okay, and here is the body of the fish. Okay, now the oxygen will come in. How will it come? It will be in dissolved form in the water, right? It will be in dissolved form. From water O2 will come. Okay, from gills it will go to the body, all the parts of the body. Then from the body, I'll do this in different color. Okay, so this red color is our oxygenated blood, and blue one is our deoxygenated blood. Oxygenated means here the blood is rich in oxygen. Deoxygenated means here poor in oxygen, or you can say rich in carbon dioxide. Okay. Now what is happening here? We have oxygenated blood and deoxygenated. What is happening here is blood, oxygen is coming inside from the water. Okay, then it is getting inside the gills, and from the gills the blood is carried by the vessels, right? That is called the oxygenated blood into all parts of the body of the fish. Okay, and after that oxygen is used up, then they will excrete the waste product, that is carbon dioxide. So again, deoxygenated blood, right? It will come out from the body of the fish, and it will go to the atrium. What did I told you? Atrium is receiving chamber, so it is receiving blood, right? Next, this blood will pumped into the ventricle, right? After this ventricle, after it will go to ventricle, and the ventricle will pump the deoxygenated blood into the gills. Okay, everyone understood how is this happening? And this is singular circulation. Single circulation. Okay, understood? Any doubt? Safiya, Shazan, or Rudnil, you came? Understood, Rudnil?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we'll go for the amphibians and reptiles.
Ma'am, just a second. Could you once again explain what was the closed circulatory and open circulatory?
Okay, so first thing I'll tell you, open circulatory system. Okay, here blood is pumped by heart in the body cavity. Okay. In closed circulatory system, blood is pumped by heart, right, through the blood vessels, and this doesn't normally fill the body cavity. Okay. So this closed circulatory system, it's present in the vertebrates and invertebrates. Okay. And this open circulatory system, it's present in the mollusks and arthropods. Mollusks, you know, right? Snails, and arthropods are all those ants and all, spiders, right? And vertebrates, we are vertebrates, right? Sophia, understood?
Mom, what do you mean by body cavities?
Body cavity, it means open space. Okay.
Okay.
Here, blood will be floating, and here the blood is carried by the blood vessels. Vessels, body, blood vessels. Okay. Understood, Sophia?
Yes, mom. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we'll go for the amphibians and reptiles, right? So, this amphibians and reptiles, they have three-chambered heart. They contain two atrium, that is left atrium and right atrium, and one ventricle. And here, double circulation will be happening. Now, how is this happening? This is right atrium, left atrium, and this one will be ventricle. Here we have body, here lungs. Okay. So first thing is oxygen will come right from the atmosphere to the lungs through the mouth, and it will be, after that it will be carried right by the vessels. So this will be the oxygenated blood, which is rich in oxygen, and it will go to the left atrium. See, lungs, L, left atrium. Okay. And after that it will go to the ventricle, and after that it will be pumped out into all the parts of the body, oxygenated blood. Now after that, all part of the body will utilize this blood, and then they will excrete the deoxygen, that carbon dioxide. So deoxygenated blood from the body will go into the right atrium, right? Always remember, atrium is receiving chamber and ventricle is pumping chamber. Okay. So this is receiving the blood, this atrium. After that, this will come inside the ventricle, and after that it will go back to the lungs. This is deoxygenated blood, right? It will get out. So this is double circulation, right?
And mom, in fishes, was it single circulation?
Yes, it was single, right? It is like this only, like this, right? And here it is going, see, it is going like this, one circulation, then the second circulation, right? Understood, Sophia?
Yes, mom.
So here there will be, in the both cases, there will be little mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay. But in the case of humans, there won't be any mixings. Why? And also one more thing, this crocodile has four chambers. That is the exception. Okay. Now in the humans, how many chambers we have? We have four chambers, right? That is two atrium. You can guess what will be those, left atrium and right atrium, right? Next we have two ventricles.
The writing is not visible. It's very light, ma'am.
Okay, two atrium, left atrium and right atrium. Okay, and two ventricles, left ventricle and right ventricle. Why is it so? This will prevent oxygenated blood from mixing, oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood from mixing. Okay, prevents mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay, now we'll look into this. Okay, this is left atrium, this will be left ventricle, and this will be right atrium and right ventricle. Okay, and here we'll be having our lungs, and here the body parts. Okay, now what will happen here? First, oxygen will come, and here after that, that oxygen must be carried to will be carried by the blood vessels, right? It is called oxygenated blood, and it will go into the left atrium. Always lungs, left atrium. You have to remember left atrium because L like this you can remember, not right atrium. Okay, right atrium it's only for the deoxygenated blood. Okay, so after that, after this, okay, this right atrium to next will be left ventricle, right? And it will go to the body. Next here, and after that, the body's part will be will use the oxygen, and after that they will give out the carbon dioxide, and the blood will carry deoxygenated blood, right? Vessels will carry deoxygenated blood. Again, it will go to the right atrium. After right atrium, it will go to the right ventricle, and after that, it will go to the lungs, and it will get out of the from the body. So this is also double circulation. Any doubt here? Shazan?
Ma'am, explain this once again.
Okay, so this oxygen will come inside the lungs, right? When we breathe in, oxygen will come inside our body, right?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
lungs. And after that, from lungs, the oxygenated blood, right, will get into the left atrium, the first chamber, right? Left atrium. After that, from left atrium to left ventricle, and this left ventricle will pump the blood, the oxygenated blood to all parts of the body, hand, legs, everywhere, right? All parts of the body. And from there, what will happen? Uh, the body parts will utilize that oxygen, and they will give out carbon dioxide, and so that blood will take up the um, carbon dioxide, and it will become deoxygenated blood, right? So deoxygenated blood after that will go into the right atrium, and from there, from right atrium, it will go to the right ventricle, and after that, it will go the right ventricle will pump the deoxygenated blood into the back into the lungs.
Okay, ma'am,
Right?
it's a loop which goes on forever.
Yes, yes. This is the cycle. This is the circulation cycle, and it is double circulation because the blood is coming into the heart twice. Right? Understood? Any
Yes,
doubt,
ma'am. No,
Safia?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Yes, you understood. Rudnil?
No, ma'am.
No. What you didn't understand, Rudnil?
No, I don't have any doubts.
Okay, okay, okay. So this is the simplest way to know. Okay, so after this, we'll learn about the vessels, blood vessels. There are three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Okay, what is the work of this arteries? Is they carry blood from heart to different body parts, and they carry oxygenated blood. I use different color. Okay, and they have thick elastic walls. They have thick elastic walls. Okay, what is the work of arteries? They carry blood. They carry blood from heart to different body parts. So this arteries, they will carry blood, right? So this one, right? This is carried by the arteries to different parts of the body, from heart to different parts of the body, and it carries only the oxygenated blood. Understood? And they have thick elastic walls. Why is it so? Because here, right, they are carrying blood, right? They are carrying blood, and there is from the heart to different parts of the body. That is ventricle, from the ventricle. So the ventricle is pumping chamber. So there is there is pumping motion, and because of that, this pumping will create high pressure. If it is not thick, the blood vessel will rupture. Because of that, it has to be thick and elastic. Understood? And one exception is there, that is pulmonary artery. They can carry deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. Here was the figure, right? So this will be our pulmonary arteries from right ventricle to the lungs. But it is carrying blood, and but the blood is deoxygenated, not oxygenated. So this is the exception. Other all arteries will carry oxygenated blood, right? Understood? Now we'll talk about the veins. They carry blood from different body parts to heart, and they carry deoxygenated blood, and they have thin, less elastic walls because there is no pumping action here, right? See, from different body parts, here the blood vessels is veins. They carry blood from the different parts of the body back into the heart, and here the veins are thin, okay, not that thick, and they are not that elastic because here the blood pressure is not created, and they have valves. These walls will act like a door, right? Flap. Why do they have valves? Because to prevent the backward flow, because there is no high pressure, right? So it won't go in the straight path. It can go backward also. Because of that, walls are there in these veins. Okay. And here also there is exception, pulmonary vein. They carry oxygenated blood from lungs to left atrium. So this thing, from lungs to left atrium, we have pulmonary veins, not artery, veins. They are carrying oxygenated blood. Understood? And what about these capillaries? They are smallest vessels and they have extremely thin wall. And what is its work? It works with exchange of gases. Understood? Shazan?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
See,
can you explain the last one, ma'am, once again? Capillaries.
this is the artery, right? And this is the vein. Oh, no, sorry, this is the capillaries. After that, this is the vein. So exchange of gases will occur in the capillaries, and it is very extremely thin. And this artery will carry oxygenated blood, and this vein will carry deoxygenated blood. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So here you can see from vein it will become so here from here will start from artery, it will become arterioles. They will branch out, right? And after that again they will branch out, they will become the capillaries, and from capillaries again they will become venule, and from venule it will become vein. So this is how it happens. Any doubt here, Safiya?
No, ma'am.
Rudnil?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no doubt. Okay. Shazan? Okay.
Ma'am, can you
Now,
explain again?
which one?
Capillaries.
Capillaries. Capillaries are smallest vessels, okay?